Like I saw Bayern Munich there as well, so interesting that both styles will be there to go around. And of course we talk about players. We've seen a lot of Barcelona, we know of their weaponry, but we know of Bayern Munich's weaponry as well. They have the likes of Eric Choupo-Moting, they have the likes of Sadio Mane, Leroy Sané, Kingsley Coman. They have a litany of all-stars to work with, but in stat balancing or in ultimate uniform stats mode, it is a different question entirely.
Yes.
You'll have to find a different way to win with this Bayern Munich side, as we've seen a few teams struggle over the course of this tournament playing with Bayern Munich. But, of course, we have seen some teams absolutely succeed. And I believe it is going to be Indonesia from left to right. Serbia are going to be going from right to left. So that will be Indonesia with Bayern Munich. Barcelona to be controlled by Serbia. It is, as we said, it is almost the kind of cornerstone of Indonesian esports versus one of the very best that Europe has to offer.
So we will see who is the one advancing to the next round. For sure, the local representative will have plenty of support. We saw that on the chat. We saw that on the days coming by. I heard also, watching other games competition, how passionate Indonesians are for this kind of competitions. So we will have a very, very, very nice match.
You say that, I was sat in there watching in CSGO this morning, watching the Indonesian CSGO team, watching all of the flags flying and how much passion there is around that sport. I would imagine that same passion flows through to here. And as we suggested, Indonesia from left to right, Serbia from right to left. As you see, Leroy Sané in towards Marcel Sabitzer, takes a dummy and gets an early foul.
Yes.
A little bit of something there.
Barcelona with the white shirts, Bayern Munich with the red shirts.
As you can see, people in the Twitch chat, we thank you very much for getting engaged with us. A lot of support in the chat for Serbia. Of course, that will counteract some of the local support for Indonesia. So it is there is support across both teams here. As we see the ball go forward, it's Marcel Sabitzer, it's Leon Goretzka. Ball in towards Tell, out towards Leroy Sané. Sané, what can he do here? Takes a dummy, opens it up for a stunning cross, goes for a corner.
Corner kick. So it starts with Indonesia having the ball, going for the first actions of the match.
His ball into the box here. It's Upamecano headed on and
Good
could have gone
defending.
anywhere. Here's Sabitzer to potentially head it down. Here's Tell. Tell looking to shape to shoot. Instead he gives it to Lucas Hernandez. Goretzka, Mane, Tell. And it's cleared away
Good
by
defending.
Araujo. Here is Dembele. Forward to Depay. Back to Dembele. Dembele into Pedri. It's cleared away once more. It's Joshua Kimmich. A more traditional role of DMF, as you will see him nowadays, as Leroy Sané looks to try and play a ball into Marcel Sabitzer, the Austrian, not normally preferred, but Sabitzer looks to make his way through here, and it's Araujo that will clear it. Again, just those little kind of feints there, in the sense of, with Indonesia, I think maybe Serbia were expecting a skill move or two, and then when it doesn't come, it's creating an opportunity. Speaking of opportunities, Memphis Depay in towards Frankie de Jong. De Jong across to Lewandowski!
He just needed one. He just needed one. He was defending, and I was kind of surprised, to see, whoa, what a passive game for Roxa, knowing how he plays. He just was expecting. The minute he crossed the midfield, he made his play. Typical play, Barcelona play, tiki-taka, 1, 2, 3, and the goalkeeper in manual mode didn't help this time the local representative. It's 1 for Serbia, 0 for Indonesia.
Goal za Serbia, if you are keeping score at home. I am keeping up with the team. I am keeping up. I have learned a little bit of lingo.
You know,
a little bit of it.
I'm eager to hear you say that in Spanish.
you will hear it later on. We have Spain versus Iraq yet to come. We have Mexico versus Argentina yet to come. But our first order of business, at least after Saudi Arabia versus Turkey, is Indonesia versus Serbia, and it's 1-0 for Serbia. Of course, so many nationalities being represented in the chat. I've seen representatives for the likes of the Netherlands in terms of E.C. O'Neill, as we see chat go, the ball goes forward and makes a save, but it's nice to see other athletes that aren't necessarily here, high-level individuals that are taking such an interest in what we are seeing here today. Here's Rafinha, forward towards Frankie de Jong. Here's Robert Lewandowski. Into the box once more, and it's Dembele, it's 2-0.
So Roxa knows his game.
He certainly does.
I think we may be here for a big score. The local representative needs urgently to climb this game, because if he goes 3-0, this game will end with big numbers.
Yeah, we'll call Alwick in the chat, says that was strong and that it was a quick goal, and we just this minute heard from Eldridge that this is a typical Roxa counter-attack, which again, if you've watched him over so many years, it's what he is known for.
Please put the goalkeeper in automatic mode.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of manual goalkeeping, it can be your best friend or your worst enemy. If you know how to use it, it's fantastic. If you don't know how to use it, can be a bit of a, well, it can certainly be an Achilles heel, but we hope to see something from Indonesia as Koundé will block that one clear, and 20 minutes in-game gone, and this is the type of performance you would expect from Roxa. There was a lot of chatter that I saw on social media about the king finally being in the tournament, and it can certainly show here, because he's a very high-level individual at the peak of his powers.
Yes, of course, and we are watching beautiful number of people watching this game. We are past the 3-digit number by far, you know.
Fantastic to see. We're also we're at Twitch IESF IESF TV _3 or IESF _TV 3, and we're at PB
garudaku.esi,
and we're at PB space ESI on YouTube. So although we have muddled through those two names, more so myself than my good friend Fedita, you will be able to follow the action and follow the chatter as we see the ball going forward here. Marcel Sabitzer, here's Tel, Mane into Tel! Score Indonesia!
And now we have a very beautiful game. This is what we were expecting. I told you, the local representative needs a goal, because if not, this match will be closed really fast. But he went and make it, and now he's just one goal away of equalizing this match. Excellent goal by Tel. He enters in the middle. He gives a very hard kick.
Sometimes it is just what is required that is what gets you back into the game, and it's something incredibly simple. We saw it in the game between Saudi Arabia and Turkey, where it was almost like a give and go pass. Sometimes that is enough to unlock a defence. It'll give something for Roxa to think about, and certainly will give a little bit of confidence to Indonesia, to the fans watching at home, to the ones who are watching in the venue.
And you know, here they say, go, go, go. Bejo team says, come back, hello. For everybody at the chat, at garudaku.esi, at pbesi, at the Twitch transmission, thank you very much for being there, guys. We enjoy very much having so much people watching what we do, watching how we live with you this beautiful match between Serbia, the European champion, and Indonesia, the local guys.
Absolutely indeed. And if you haven't guessed already, Fedita is all over the YouTube chat. I am all over the Twitch chat, but I have also got my eyes firmly fixed on this game, because the next goal is going to be vital here. Memphis Depay gets a shot round the corner. Dembele! It's well wide, and sometimes those first-time shots, it requires a special type of player. Dembele just completely took it wide. A little bit of rushed. Maybe takes a touch. Maybe can pause himself in the game and be able to get a better finish. But it does go wide, and it does stay 2-1. As we see Leroy Sané. Sané in towards Sabitzer. Sabitzer into Mane. Mane looking potentially for a player on. He's made the shot. He's forced the save.
Yeah, he was close.
And Araujo will clear the ball. And there is a little bit more to think about here for Serbia.
Yes, of course. And now, if I was Roxa from Serbia, I'm saying, whoa, I had this match controlled. What is happening now? Well, this is what is happening now. people are saying on the chat, a comeback is coming, a comeback is on its way.
Are they trying to will it into existence as the shot just goes wide?
There
might be a willingness to try and will that into effect. And again, just to pick up a point from the Twitch chat here, Marcel asking, what players should I watch out for in eFootball? In terms of the players you can see on your screen, there's none better in terms of player stats, balance mode, or uniform stats as it's now called, than Robert Lewandowski. Gives you that physicality, gives you that ability to control a front line, and allows you to play in the likes of Ferran Torres, the likes of Ousmane Dembele. It gives you the ability to bring in Memphis Depay or Rafinha, whoever you choose to go through with this with this Barcelona team.
Yes, that's true. So if you tune in now, it's 2 for Barcelona, 1 for Bayern Munich.
And interestingly, looking at how Bayern Munich is set up, the back line is forced all the way backwards. So rather than trying to manually set the back line to be going forward, you're trying to make them go back as far as possible. But of course, that does present its own issues, because if they're all the way back, you're going to present a lot of space to work with before the ball gets to the box. But that may be a tactic that Indonesia are used to, and it may just prove dividends.
And you know, for now, I won't be so relaxed if I was Roxa.
Certainly not, but he seems to be more relaxed there as Dembele tries to get the ball into the box. It's gone out, I believe, for a corner. It has. It is a Serbia corner.
So, come back, Babak, says video team. Yok Visa, come back, says Dodi Dizia.
Again, pretty good at the lingo. Again, pretty good at the lingo, as you see a counter-attack from Indonesia, breaking away from a pretty poor corner. In truth, is Sadio Mane looks to dribble all the way. Mane plays it into Tell. What a goal that is!
And come back it is. We told you, people was saying, shouting in the chat, come back, come back, come back, come back. And what a comeback, my friend. He was 0-2, now he's 2-2. The local guy says, here I am, my friends. Don't count me as if I'm just a partner.
Absolutely, and you saw doing something out of the ordinary. Again, in terms of a stereotypical European style or the kind of the top level style, sometimes it can be as simple as just hold the run button. Hold the run button instead of a skill move. Try and run through the back line, and as a result, we have found that is now 2-2 in something I think looking at as a home nation, you'd be delighted with this result so far if they can find a third, but they have to be careful because Serbia are prowling with intent here.
And Serbia has a very, very, very hard counter-attack.
They do, but so do Indonesia. Sadio Mane has a man at the back post. It's Leroy Sané. It's great defending from Serbia. And if you are surrounded by our voice, why are your eyes not fixated on this game?
Yes.
Because it is so close to call. Indonesia, I beg your pardon, the home nation, Serbia, the European champions. And it is going toe-to-toe here.
Hashtag IndoPride is trending topic right now. Hashtag IndoPride.
Absolutely. If there were people who we have certainly engaged with around this facility who have displayed humility and pride, it is the Indonesian people, and they still might be showing it here. But it's Pedri that clears it away, and Serbia look to counter-attack once more. I had a small kind of comment with Roxa in the sense of, you're coming up against the home nation. Are you ready to be the bad guy if you can get this result across the way? But
he loves that.
He may just love it, but he's got a problem here. Sabitzer across to Mane. Mane with a shot. Brilliant challenge. Gets second chance opportunity. And it goes flying over the bar.
What a defense, my friend. It was really close. Really, really close. Because here's the chance. He has to shoot. Good defending. He fights the ball once again. And it goes over the post. So these Argentinian guys says hello to everybody at Indonesia, everybody at Serbia. We have a great match. We have a great specialist like Mr. Wesa. So we're enjoying our game. We're really enjoying our game, my friends.
We certainly are, and at the moment it's going to be this critical golden moment that we talk about. We talk about this period where we look at the golden period between 60 and 70 minutes. We look at just how vital it is to get substitutions onto the field of play. Marcel asks, other than Roxa, who are one of the best players in IESF, the quick and easy answer is they all are. There's so many good players left in this tournament. We are in the top 8 stage. Please don't forget, this is the best of 3. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is only game 1. Here's Tell, looking forward. Kimmich makes the ball recovery. It's back to Kimmich once more. Frankie de Jong will clear it away.
You know what? By now, Indonesia has really equalized the game.
Absolutely.
Not just the marker. Because
absolutely.
It was at the beginning, it seemed really easy for Serbia. It's not easy anymore.
This ball's still on there, though. Ooh, that was very close. I believe the keeper got to the ball before.
This was... It showed up as really an unbalanced game. By now, both of the players had almost the same amount of opportunities. And look for Indonesia once again.
Look out for Indonesia. It's Musiala in towards Tell. Tell fakes the stunning strike, gets the block away.
I don't think Tell is making such a difference in the attack.
He may not do, but again, you talk about substitutions. It may be time for Choupo-Moting, maybe. But at this point in time, not elected to be used. Instead, Ferran Torres coming back the other way for Serbia. Here's Rafinha. Of course, delicately poised. Of course, the Twitch chat very much siding, as we've suggested, with Serbia. Of course, you have got the YouTube side of things where it's Indonesia, and there's a lot of people backing Indonesia here. And again, in terms of fan bases, there's a lot of people giving their thoughts and giving their feelings towards this game.
And we are burning it. Each time there is more people on the YouTube chat. Thank you very much, guys.
Here we go, though, as Sadio Mane is intercepted by Sergio Busquets. Ball goes to Musiala, though. Here's Gravenberch, Kimmich.
They came by the hundreds.
They come indeed, and we thank you very much to everybody viewing. It's Koeman back towards Musiala! Indonesia take the lead. Score Indonesia!
And you hear it on Wesa's voice. He came from behind. It was 2-0 for Serbia. Now it's 3-2 for Indonesia. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What a game we have, my friends. It's amazing. Look at the crossing. He feints. He goes back. And you know, everybody was expecting the header. Well, there's no header, my friend.
Well, sometimes it is the most basic of things you can do on eFootball that are the most effective. Yes. Sometimes it doesn't require a skill move. Sometimes it's a dummy. Sometimes it's a super cancel. Sometimes, just sometimes, it's just dribbling and sprinting. It was a great bit of play. Got Indonesia into the box seat. And from 2-0 down, they are now 3-2 up with 10 minutes on the clock.
That's true, my friend. It's amazing what is happening. IndoPride is trending right now. They are using the hashtag IndoPride in the live stream. Thank you very much once again to everybody watching here. We are getting more and more and more and more people here watching this game. We are at garudaku.esi, we are at PBESI, and we are in the Twitch live stream as well.
Absolutely, and there's some more people in the chat that I can see. GRT_Pipe is a very good streamer if you're looking to watch him within eFootball. He's in the chat having a look at this, and as we see, Memphis Depay going all the way. He's taken away by the goalkeeper. Nothing was given. And now all of a sudden, Araujo, and we are delicately poised here. 3-2. You can see, bottom of your screen, Serbia have gone one attacking. You can see Indonesia have gone all-out defense, meaning that this is going to be a harder nut to crack in terms of, if you are Serbia, to try and get that additional goal to take it to a penalty shootout.
This is amazing, my friend. People can't believe what is happening here. We are live from Bali, we are live from Indonesia, and on the first match by the host country, this is a climb. It was 2-0 in favor of Serbia, now it's 3-2 in favor of Indonesia. Is this a surprise, Wesa?
We promised classics here, and I think, as we said, coming into a game slightly cold and coming into a play style that you may not necessarily know, it may take 90 virtual minutes to warm up. I think the general vibe of this was, well, Roxa, again, had been earmarked as one of the favourites to win this entire competition. Instead, nobody had really taken into account Indonesia in terms of their play style, in terms of their play level. As you can see, a bit of game management working here, but Coleman makes his way into the box looking for Tell. I think if you're looking at the form book, I think nobody had any information to look at how Indonesia could play. Because the host nation didn't have to compete in any competitions coming forward. Instead, there's no real game film to go over as all-out attack is triggered by Serbia. But it is going to be
look at the face
3 minutes added time. You can see that, again, that laser focus between all the players that we see here. Here's Rafinha. Ferran Torres, can he pick up the ball? He does. He blocks off Upamecano. It's across the box. It's a block! And it's a corner ball with pretty much the last opportunity here.
How much that clearing it's worth?
It's worth its weight in gold. It really is. But the danger is not clear here. You can see all out attack triggered. Sergio Busquets into the box looking for the header. Ansu Fati, header on. Good save for the goalkeeper. Ooh. Ball cleared. And there is the final whistle. Whoa, Indonesia 3, Serbia 2. And from where we saw it in the first half, we would say that that is a bit of a shock from where we were.
Whoa. So, how many of you guys tuned in to see, okay, let's see how many goals Roxa gets?
I saw shouts of 6-0 in the Twitch chat. I saw it's going to be too easy, it's going to be too much. Let's not forget, though, these players are of real quality.
Yes,
they're real quality. But as you see, the ball going in there, this was the first entry points of the game, really. And we genuinely thought, when we saw these opportunities, when we saw that go into the back of the net that early on, I think even our voices kind of changed because we thought, oh, this is going to be a bit of a kicking or a trouncing for Indonesia. And instead, as you said, that hashtag Indo Pride was shown all to see here. And it's a wonderful comeback. And credit to the YouTube chat for those watching. For those who called a comeback in the chat, you might be here next year. You may just be in this seat because that was wonderfully called. Because, again, it's that never say die attitude. It's every opportunity that's there, you make the best of it. And Indonesia were fantastic. But there is still potentially 2 games to go here.
There is at least 1 game more in case it goes to Indonesia. There is 2 games in case that the second one goes to Roxa, to Serbia. Now are people from Serbia also in the chat. Somebody channel says, we love Indo Pride, we love Bali. Sakti Suslizio says, Indo Pride boss, excuse me. I'm
It's an Argentinian trying to speak English whilst also trying to read Indonesian. It's an incredible mix. But I tell you, the chat will appreciate the fact that you're trying to do that, sir.
Okay, thank you very much.
But again, looking at how this game played out, again, it's just that little hesitation. It's one fake, which then allowed the opportunity, and it's the simplest of moves. It's not something. Sometimes, if you're in this environment, you just back off. And this block here was absolutely vital. But, of course, when you're on all-out defence, it causes you to just be defensive-minded. But you can see there, in terms of the possession, it's relatively the same. Indonesia have more passes than Serbia. They also have more shots. They also have... they've caused the Serbian goalkeeper to cause more saves. So,
and I think that the fact that he had to climb the game was also very important because it's an energy boost, once you get the equalizer. You say, okay, I can do anything.
And especially when you can hear to our back, as we can just hear through our headphones, you can hear the support for Indonesia locally. Again, if you are the home nation and you have your people backing you that are locally right around you, it's an extra bit of adrenaline. It's that extra shot that you need to go, hey, actually, we can make that difference. And you can certainly feel that the crowd have made that difference here.
And at chat, there's people also putting Serbia pride also.
Absolutely. And listen, there is nothing to say here that we don't see a turnaround here from Roxa. That may be the 90 virtual minutes that he needs. As we said, information downloads to these players are critical. He may never have played the Indonesian representative Elga in his life. As such, you don't know how players attack. You don't know how they move. You don't know how they defend.
And we're going into game 2, my friends, with Barcelona in the hands of Serbia, with Bayern Munich in the hands of Indonesia. We are here for the second match of the best of 3. The one who wins is coming forward. The one who loses is going back to the losers bracket.
And interestingly enough, if you end up in the losing bracket from this game, you end up with the losers from Spain versus Iraq.
Oof.
Iraq have been free scoring over this tournament. Spain, as we saw, showed their mentality coming through the lucky losers bracket as we saw it. They came through the tests of Brazil. They came through the tests of the UAE. This, again, up not too far in the future. As you would say, in some minutes, we will see that game. But for right now, our attention and full focus is on Indonesia versus Serbia.
So, what do you think is going to happen? Please tell us over Twitch, tell us over YouTube. We are watching this game with you. We are live streaming this game because of you. And you know what? For Argentina, Mexico, I have a surprise for you.
They woke up.
No, I will tell you. I have a surprise for you.
Oh, go on. Oh, are you going to save it or are you going to hold it?
It just may be the first bilingual match of the day.
Oh, we may just have that as Sane just found in an offside position.
So this is the second game. If the local player wins this game, he will skip game 3.
Absolutely.
That's so important.
It can be, and again, we talk about preparations for players, and we talk about energy levels. If Indonesia can win this, they don't have another game later on.
Yes,
and local time for those who are trying to keep score at home, it is 10 minutes to 7 here in Bali. So if you can imagine, if there's more games to come later on, that will be a very late evening for one of these two players.
Yes, we will finish late today.
We will certainly finish late, but you will not miss a kick as Upamecano plays it forward to Sane. Just to, again, put it into your picture here. Bayern Munich are going from right to left. Indonesia are going from right to left. Serbia and Barcelona go from left to right. As we see, Tel on towards Sabitzer. Sabitzer, what can he do here? He's got players in support. One of them's Leroy Sane. He's played it into Tel, who finds Goretzka. Takes a neat trap inside, but instead Araujo takes it clear. As you see, ball coming back the other way once more. It's Leroy Sane. Sane looking to clip that one into the box. Volley was on. And the anticipation is building here for who will break the deadlock first in game number 1. Here's Robert Lewandowski. Rafinha on towards Lewandowski in an onside position. Lewandowski, can he find the finish? Upamecano with a fantastic block.
Great defending. Great defending.
Yeah, Memphis Depay. Pedri looking to shoot. Great save for the goalkeeper. We sometimes call for those outside of the box opportunities instead of trying to pass your way into the goal. Very a la almost Arsenal-like.
Yes.
Take a shot. Force a save from the goalkeeper. Do something a little bit different. And as we've seen, he's pushed it out for a corner.
So for this match, it's very important who is stronger mentally.
It is indeed Sergio Busquets to deliver one into the box. It's cleared away by a defender. Here's Ousmane Dembele. Serbia looking to attack once more. Goretzka intercepts it. It's Marusic will clear. Here's Goretzka once more. Here's Leroy Sane. Blocked away by Araujo. Here's Frankie de Jong. Here's Ousmane Dembele. Dembele forward, but Joshua Kimmich will intercept it. It's made its way to Tel once more. Tel to Sabitzer. He's got men in the middle. One of them, Sadio Mane. Sabitzer's made the covering run if he can find him. Mane might go alone. He does, and it's blocked away. As we look through the gears here, Pedri blocked away by Joshua Kimmich. Here is Sane.
If you just tuned in, Indonesia is in the white shirts with Bayern Munich. Serbia is in the dark shirts with Barcelona.
Ball given away here. Sadio Mane in towards Tel. Tel back to Sadio Mane. Great save. Kimmich can't recover it. He will potentially for a cross, but Rafinha will recover and will get that ball clear.
And Rafinha was one more defender. That's a dynamic formation.
It's certainly a switch up, is it? Having Rafinha able to track back and keep the ball, or at least get hold of the ball, is something you require within eFootball. You need to defend in numbers at this level. Here is Frankie de Jong in towards Lewandowski's Memphis Depay. Cleared away once more. Again, we talk about nations that are tuning in. I've just seen a flurry of German viewers come in. So, Eagle Maker, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much to Bayu, to Bian.
It's Lewandowski. Good save. Depay for the tap in. Serbia are back in business.
And Serbia once again starts winning a match. It's 1-0, 30 minutes. He had 2 opportunities. In the first one, the goalkeeper said no. The rebound was very difficult to defend, and that's why we have Serbia 1, Indonesia 0.
Yeah, it's fantastic work. Again, we talk about following your passes in or following your shots in. You can see the exact run. We talk about the player animations, talking about having their hand out. It's a wonderful save, but having a player following in is exactly what you need. We saw a lot of it of Christian Eriksen. We saw a lot of Ferran Torres. But that right there was a goal by Memphis Depay, and it gives Serbia the lead.
And here we are once again. He did a climb by 2 goals. Can he do one now? Be careful. Crossing.
Very, very careful. Woo! Oh, mistake on. And that's what we say. You have to be careful when you're defending, especially when you've just attacked. You've got to be careful. Here's Dembele. Hernandez will recover the ball. Here's Sabitzer. Blocked away by the Spaniard Pedri. Here's Memphis Depay. Frankie de Jong. De Jong has a man in the middle if he can find him. He uses Robert Lewandowski. He's got Rafinha. Rafinha, step over. Passes on to Robert Lewandowski. Turns out of play. Turns back into play. And it's cleared away once more.
And by now, we are going to a 3rd match. But you know, we have a lot of coming. Now it's Serbia. It tries once again.
Oh, it's there. It's a goal. And that will make it 2-0 this time. It's Rafinha, the Brazilian.
Have you seen this movie? I had.
Yeah, that's eerily that's an echo of time is what that could be.
Exactly.
38 minutes on the clock, 2-0 up. We have been here before, ladies and gentlemen, but will the same kind of mistakes be made?
In this case, the goalkeeper plays a big role, you know. It goes by, it returns, and it just gets the ball inside. I will blame it 100% on the manual goalkeeping. It was
It's
really
everywhere, as you say.
That
He was,
you may not
he's
make
just,
at this stage in the game.
He's just lost his GPS and
Yeah.
forgot exactly where he was, and
He lost
as a
coverage.
result, it is a 2-0 lead.
But you know, we said it on the first match. You need to put your goalie in automatic mode, my friend. Don't be so stubborn.
Absolutely. You've seen plenty of different nations straight ahead. Representative Austria is also in the chat. Again, a very good afternoon. I'm trying to figure out the time difference in Austria. Surely it's an afternoon there still. But we appreciate everybody, whether it's a morning, an afternoon, or an evening. If you're within this stream, it is, as we remind you, a best of 3. Indonesia are 1 game to 0 up. But Serbia find themselves 2-0 up in this game. A winner for Serbia here takes it to a game 3. The loser of this game has potentially a Spain or Iraq in the losers bracket to await them. But of course, the winner potentially goes on to take on Saudi Arabia in future
remember
days.
that at this stage, we are at a double knockout. You can only lose 2 series, and you're out of the tournament. So for now, this first half goes to Barcelona. It's 2-0.
I think the control has shifted back to Serbia here. There's a little bit more under control and a little bit more of thought and purpose with the play that we're seeing from Rock. So it's almost as though he's kind of shook off the little bit of the break there. But here comes Goretzka. Goretzka shaping to look and try and make a pass in, but Koundé will take the ball out of the box.
He was very alert. Rocks are very alert on the defense. Once again, Rafinha starting from the defense. It's amazing how much he makes Rafinha run.
Indeed it is. But Tell is there. It's a back heel. It's through the legs and it's in!
Whoa. Did you see Rock's face?
You saw the flare of the hands because, again, in that situation, he's done everything he can, and then it's down to animations from the game. That's what you're here for. You'll see it again here. It's down to an animation. He's made as much of the block as he can, and in terms of the player, there's not a lot you can do.
And also, as we said earlier, I saw this movie. He saw this movie as well. You know, he knew how he was 2-0 ahead and how Indonesia climbed past game. So he doesn't want this to happen again. It's just 1 goal the difference, and we still have one full half.
But hold on to your hats. It's in. It's in. It's Memphis Depay. It's an instant response from Serbia.
It's not more one goal. It's 2 goals. We said it many times. The ball after your goal is the most difficult ball in the game. And where it is, my friend. Look at this. It's just one shot.
Long ball into the box. It's Memphis Depay. It's a little bit of luck, but that's what you're going to need at this level.
No, and it's a bit of error of the defender. Look at this.
Absolutely.
Follow the number 2. Follow the number 2. What is he doing?
I feel like we've changed positions here. You've become the analyst and I've become the host. It's crazy, but absolutely indeed. You're looking at the defenders, and if you're talking about runs, and you're talking about players that are looking to, in terms of what you can see, those players will use super cancel to aid their running, so it'll make it a little bit easier. The problem is, of course, the game then becomes yours. So if you make that error, that is your error. That's not the game. So again, a bit of an unforced error from Indonesia. They're trying to defend their own goal. Serbia won't mind at all whatsoever. And here's Rafinha looking down the line here. Finds Robert Lewandowski.
So everything seems as we are going to a third match, my friends. Here we are with excellent numbers, excellent viewing. We asked, where is the Indonesia people? And here they are watching this game and rooting for his teammate.
Speaking of devil, oh! You talk about Indonesia looking for a response. There it is. It's Tel, and it's 3-2 now. Indonesia having their response.
I told
Take a look at the goal once more.
It's just one goal once again. Could be the Indonesia player able to climb this game again? Well, what I think is that if he gets 3-3, he wins the game. That's my prediction.
Yeah, and that I wouldn't be surprised, but every time Indonesia are coming back with this counterpunch now, it's then getting another counterpunch on top of it from Serbia. Yeah. So please don't expect this game to finish 3-2 as Sergio Busquets lead us off and away. But
he must defend this ball.
He's got to. He's got to. You're, as you said, the footballing cliché is you're always the most vulnerable, or you're most vulnerable when you've just scored. And this would be one of those moments, but they seem to have kind of rode that out a little bit. Sabitzer to Sane.
That's over.
Sane to Sabitzer. As Tel, he's got an overload in the middle. One of them's Leon Goretzka. Plays it to Sadio Mane. He's got his feet away. It's a penalty kick.
Whoa.
Penalty given.
Whoa. What have I just said? I say if he ties the match, he may win the match. And that's where we come, my friends. Whoa.
What an opportunity this is.
Amazing.
What a chance here.
And now it goes. It's penalty for Indonesia.
Penalty kick. It is Joshua Kimmich. Watch
Serbia
out for
hides his controller. Look at his face.
He's hiding controller, but look, he's also using the targeting to try and fool Serbia. Where is it going to be? It's Serbia. Save!
It's a save.
Brilliant save.
Brilliant save.
What a time for that. Serbia may feel slightly aggrieved that that penalty was given in the first place, but what a save that is from Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
And he was hiding the controller. That's the experience. You know, sometimes they say that the experience is a comb that you get when you're bold. Well, it's not this case.
Absolutely, indeed. A lot of Sues in the Switch chat very much celebrating that penalty save from Roxanne. How important could that be to the success that we may see from him in this tournament? But danger is not away, ladies and gentlemen. Danger is not clear. It's Koundé to Raul Araujo.
He rushed the attack.
He did indeed.
3 versus 3, and he rushed it.
And there's one player you don't want to rush against. It's Roxa, it's Pedri, it's Lewandowski. Great save from Manuel Neuer.
And as we before criticized the manual goalkeeping, well, in this case, it worked flawlessly, and that's why this game is still 3-2.
Well, every time that we, as we said, every time we call out a bad manual goalkeeping, on the flip side, we have to call out very good manual goalkeeping.
Yes, that's true.
Purely for balance more than anything, folks. But looking at that, and again, seeing here from straight ahead in the chat saying the penalty kick may just be a change, or may have just been the difference maker in this game. It could be a breaking point.
Yes, that's true, my friend. So here we are live from Bali. Wonderful Indonesia. Amazing amount of people watching these games. Amazing amount of people saying hello over social media. I am at Fierita Catalano. I'm from Argentina, enjoying being here in Indonesia, enjoying the local hospitality with my friend Wedza from the UK.
Yeah, Weza FC on Twitter if you want to get engaged. Of course, we're actually, as we said earlier, Ferita is all over the YouTube chat. I am all over the Twitch chat. We're engaging with people whilst we're watching. We're as engaged as you guys are, folks. We're both massive fans of eFootball, and more importantly, we're both massive fans of high-level gameplay. And of course, from the host, Indonesia, showing their skills, but Serbia bringing their skills to the party as well. As Alonso tries to go for the shot because he knew the keeper was out.
Yes.
Interesting.
And you know, at this moment is the moment that on the cards, you should say Serbia must throw his experience into the pitch.
Absolutely. And again, all of those years, all of those competitions that Serbia will have been a part of, but let's not forget Indonesia have still got that public backing. Sadio Mane off the post. What an opportunity that was. And again, we talk about margins of error, and we talk about opportunities. Chances like that may not necessarily fall that far and that close for Indonesia going forward, but the ball is still alive here. Choupo-Moting finally in play. Choupo-Moting, goalkeeper's move, and it's Choupo-Moting scored!
And he climbed it, my friend. We said, whoa, will he be able to climb it? Yes, he was able, my friend. And what an amazing goal, what an amazing match. What an amazing series, what an amazing championships. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We provided you drama. We said there were going to be goals. We said that there was going to be some tricks and some issues. We said that these would cause some errors, and it was Choupo-Moting. The goalkeeper moved out of his goal, and again, it allowed Choupo-Moting the opportunity to score here. And with, I think it's around 15 in-game minutes to go here, it's so close once more, and you can feel the drama as the light has descended behind us. When you cut back to us in the studio,
the match
it's now
open.
Dark outside. There is a big fight feel to these matches.
The match is open. You should know this. The match is really open. We have a lot of people over both chats saying
there's so many nations that are here.
Things that I cannot read.
Well, we've got nations from Poland. We've got Tight End in the Twitch chat from Poland, standing with Serbia and wanting Roska to believe. But Choupo-Moting is in here, and Indonesia could be there. It's a great block, and you can hear the cheers. Or certainly we can. You may not be able to hear them over the mics here, but you can certainly hear that everybody is watching and willing Indonesia here locally to be in on goal. But sadly, it is Serbia that are proving to be the party poopers here, as they may just find a way forward. Kimmich takes the block.
Come back again, says Rizky Andika. Hello, Rizky.
Well, we could be on for the cards for a potential another comeback. And again, you think about the ramifications of if a full comeback is here from Indonesia, Serbia go into the lower bracket. And that, again, would shock everybody, because looking at the stats and looking at the play as Tel goes in field, Tel goes to make the strike, he scored! A missed tackle from an animation allows Indonesia the door to be open, and they happily walk through it. It is 4-3 for Indonesia.
I hate to say I told you so, but I told you so.
Well,
what did I say? If he equalized the match 3-3.
Oh, you did tell us earlier you're a time traveller, and I didn't believe you. This might have been the case. It's unbelievable. But to see the turnaround, it's that internal resilience. It's not necessarily the application of the finishes. It's more so the ability to keep playing the way you want to play. And credit to Serbia as well. It's been an open game. There hasn't been a backward step from either player. As you can see, the tackle goes in, but there's just the slightest touch that takes it through the legs of Gerard Piqué, and it presents the chance. And Indonesia will take that as a very early Christmas present.
And now he must defend. And also, I must say that I missed one thing. I said, what is Tel doing? I don't understand why he trusts Tel so much. Well, Tel made the 4th goal. That's why Tel was there. You know.
We talk about the level of detail that these players will go to. We talk about the level of detail that these guys will go to. Tel, for example, is probably the best option if you are playing with Bayern Munich. Choupo-Moting is a very good impact sub to bring on, as the Twitch chat were letting me know earlier, saying that he's one of the most kind of overpowered players you can bring on, especially within stat balancing mode. He's certainly one to watch, but Tell also provides a different type of threat.
Amanda Sultan says, hello Argentina, hello UK, love from Indonesia. Thank you very much. Suksama from Bali, we are really glad to be here.
And the game is not over yet. We have 5 in-game minutes. If Indonesia can hold on, it's arguably the biggest shock of the tournament so far. They will knock the European champion Serbia into the lower bracket, and Indonesia will have a brand new hero. Here is Tell.
He knows how to keep the ball, you know?
He certainly does, and Tell is just dancing feet and just trying to kill the game a little bit. Ball goes into the box though. He's Kingsley Coman. Will he look to finish the job? It's gone for a corner. The more time that ticks away.
Excellent skill holding the ball, you know. When you're a fan and your team is winning, you cannot understand why people don't do this.
There's several people in the Twitch chat calling for a parking the bus for Bayern and for Indonesia, but the ball is given away for a goal kick. Now that
we will have one more.
It could be one more chance,
Yeah,
but it
one
needs to be perfect from Roxa. Ball goes up to Araujo. 6 minutes added time. I'd love to know where the ref got that from.
But we will give more than one.
Very rare. Very, very rare indeed to see that much game time added on. Maybe he's as excited as we are in watching this level of gameplay. But it's fantastic to see. Here's Kounde. We've got 4 in-game minutes. It's ticking away quite quickly here. And it's given away once more. Indonesia, they know the clock is ticking. They know they've got the time and they know they've got the lead. The Serbia, though, try and recover it. There's a bit of a cynical foul. We don't like to see them, but it is effective. We don't like to see them.
But, you know, it might add some more seconds, and you're giving Roxa a steal ball.
It's one more opportunity. The ball will be flighted up towards Araujo. Heads the ball on, finds Ferran Torres, Memphis Depay, in towards Pedri. Torres, Depay, held by Indonesia.
Look at his hand.
And he knows what that save means,
of course.
Because he knows that he has taken game 2, and as a result, Indonesia have made their way through to the winners bracket.
Whoa. What a debut for the local team, my friends. Knocking out European champion. I want to see the face of these guys. Whoa, my friend, this is amazing. This was a treat. We told you we're having a big feast of goals, and
boy, did it deliver. Boy, did it deliver. The goals that were on there, the shots and the saves we'll see coming through here. There's talk of the manual saving we've seen in the Twitch chat. We can see the saves that were pulled off by the auto mode of the saves in terms of the AI. We can see those saves that came through. But you'll see some of these goals, they weren't the error necessarily of Roxa. You can see that's a brilliant through ball. And you saw a great manual save there, but it parried into the net. Yes. But all of these chances now, the chances we're going to see, they've been and gone. There's nothing you can do about these chances now. They have gone. So regardless of how close they were, regardless of the opportunities that you had, they've all they're essentially in your book and you're taking it back to the library. It's done. Like, there's nothing you can do about it now. And now, interestingly, if you cast your mind to the winners bracket now, it's going to be Saudi Arabia versus Indonesia. What a powder keg that is going to be.
Excellent.
And in terms of, you're saying about losers bracket, of what we've got up next, we've got Spain versus Iraq. That in itself is going to be who wants to go through and set themselves up for essentially Mexico, Argentina, or potentially the loser who takes on Serbia. I don't think there's, as we said, you know, as much as I was maybe maligned in the chat to say, or for people to suggest to me, well, that there's, you know, who's the best player? There are so many of them still left in this competition. And you don't want to play any of these top 8. Let's just have it right here, as we can see.
And I
beautiful
like
pieces of play here.
How Serbia Roxas, he lives the games. Watch at his face.
Yeah, emotion. You can see how much it means to him. And again, came in, and as a very, very good point here from straight ahead in the chat, a wounded Roxa is a bad person to go against. It's like you've got the wolf in the corner and not a good idea. But as you can say, a full credit to Indonesia for their powers of recovery, their powers of resiliency, and more importantly, showing their skill. We said about it in terms of mentality, skill, and you mentioned a bit of luck, and they certainly had a bit of luck. They rode it. but they took advantage of it as well. So that perfect blend of e-football that we spoke about, all three of those aspects were shown in those games.
You know what? I think that nobody can say that this was unfair.
Well, if you look at the tail of the tape for the second game, 48% possession, it was almost half the possession, same amount of goals, same amount of relatively same amount of passes. The interceptions, of course, for Indonesia reclaiming the ball, 23-12. Maybe that's where the game's won and lost in terms of recovery of that ball.
But you know, the thing is, will he be able to tweak his game in order to see what happened? Why did you started losing 2 games, and why did you had to climb 2 times the game? Because that's also a lot of effort, you know.
Yeah, it's more effort. It's more effort. If you're in a losing moment, if you are in a difficult position, you don't want to be in those positions. You don't want to be in a case where I would not want to go into a game and go, hey, I'll give you 2 goals. Never in real football, never in virtual football would you want that. Instead, you want to put your best foot forward. So yes, there is game film now. There's a bit of play in now that Indonesia and Serbia both have. They both have the experience of playing. They both have the experience of being on stream. They both have that little bit that they now can take away. If you're in the losers bracket with Serbia, it's not good. If you're in Indonesia, it's great. And I believe Brenda is standing by with our winner.
Oh, hello, Brenda.
And once again, congratulations to Indonesia! Indonesia! Once again, Indonesia! Once again, Indonesia! Give a big round of applause to Indonesia! So gamers, we are going to have a little chit chat with our winner, but please allow me to using our bahasa. Oke, bro. Mana nih perasaannya ketika lu jadi pemenang? How does it feel when you become a winner?
Senang.
Happy, absolutely happy. Yeah. Okay, so do you have any nation team that you beware of? Kira-kira nih yang paling lo waspadai, timnya dari mana? Dari negara mana?
Semua diwaspadai, tapi saya fokus untuk laga besok lawan Arab dulu.
I see. So you beware to all of the nation, but the main is for Saudi Arabia, right? Okay, all the best for you. Once again, congratulations, bro. Do your best to Indonesia. Okay, bro. Okay, you can go back and have a break for a while. Please, okay? Once again, congratulations to Indonesia. And we are going to have a break for a while. So don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.